Y'all don't know what an apology is, and I think it speaks more to the fact that comprehension is really becoming a lost art. Like reading and comprehension is really becoming a lost art. A lot of us need to go ahead and go back to school. A lot of y'all, because I'm trying to say us just to be like very respectful and mindful with it. But a lot of y'all need to go ahead and go back to school because y'all don't know what an apology is. Y'all don't know how to read and understand and really comprehend certain things. Hello, welcome back to Bennystake. I'm your girl Benny, and listen, today we're out here doing the thing. The mic is on the shirt. I asked what we're doing now. The mic is on the shirt. We're trying to diversify some things. The makeup is done. We're back in the studio, okay, aka my office. Listen, I've missed being here. I'm not gonna lie to you, I've missed being here. This here couch was filled with laundry. It was filled with laundry that I didn't want to fold for the people of God. So I was like, I'm not gonna keep looking at it in my bedroom on the couch. Y'all know how we all have the couch? The couch that has all the clothes that we swear we gonna wear again. It ain't really that dirty, but it ain't clean either, aka the jeans and the things. And you're like, I'm just gonna put it over here. I'm gonna pick it back up next Tuesday when I'm trying to find these jeans again. And then when I wear it, then I'm gonna go ahead and wash it. Except you do that over and over and over again, and you never go back for the jeans that you done started with. Yeah, that couch, I ain't want to put any more things on it, and I had so much laundry. I put it here, y'all, which is why we did a lot of our Love is Blind viewing. We did it in the living room because that was the only place I could sit. But now we back. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. We have a thoughts of the week. We haven't done this in a little while, but I thought I'd hop on here and let y'all know that a lot of y'all don't know how to apologize. Y'all don't even know what an apology is. And we're going to talk all about it. But if you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. And like I said, I was going to do the Love is Blind Friends. I'm still going to do it. It's just going to give me a little second. It's just like a long procedure to be doing it and like doing it live. And I've already watched it. So I'm trying to come up with like a little bit more of a system for when I've already watched the show. How can I, talk about it in a way that's going to be like, real fast and real cute with it. So maybe I can do like per couple. Maybe I could do that. So if you haven't, please go ahead and subscribe. The Love is Blind Friends is coming. Somebody had also asked me to go back to doing some of my Pop the Balloon reviews. We're going to do that again. We're going to be on the couch. We're going to watch it together. We're going to let it do what it do. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe. A lot of great things are coming. I'm going to be consistent on here. So let it do what it do. Subscribe and show your girl some love, okay? And y'all, the hair got to go. I've enjoyed this hair so much, and this hair has overstayed its welcome. So it's time for the hair to go ahead and be gone. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the young girl that kind of came up with like a really simpler way of doing crochet that's gonna look like you actually got your hair braided. I ordered the hair because it has to be the specific hair that she used, or at least a specific style of the crochet hair that she used. I'm gonna leave one of her videos over here. Y'all, that looks so cute. It looks so cute. I really, really, really want to do it, and I hope mine comes out the same way because them crochet braids was not cheap. Whenever I go down there to the beauty supply, the crochet braids be like, what you call it, $9.99. The most expensive one gonna be like $15.99. This one, we was in the hundreds, okay? We was in the hundreds. So I'm trying to beg my friend, beg my sister to help me do the base because I feel like that's gonna be the hardest part for me. They're gonna help me do the base, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crochet my little thing. But y'all, we might have a new style. This young lady, I think she might have just like, revolutionized, okay, the black, crochet braiding type kind of, community. So I'm very excited to try that because the hair got to go. I've enjoyed this hair so much, but it is time. It's time. Jesus Christ. This why I'm not a singer. This is so embarrassing. That was terrible. Let's try it again. It's time. That was worse than the beginning one. You know what I'm saying? Like that was worse. It's time. How Mariah do it? It ain't time for me to do it. Is that what y'all trying to tell me? It ain't time. It ain't time for me to try to do that. It's time. Now I just look angry. Anyways, the hair got to go. The hair got to go. So like many of you have probably seen, there was a big beef between Dota Ozai, Nicki Minaj, and Cardi B. Why were they arguing? I'm not clear. But somehow and somewhere along the way, they decided to bring each other's children along the way. I don't know if Nicki started it. I'm not really sure of the facts, right? But they were going at it. They were going at it, insulting each other and insulting each other's kids at their big age. That's what they were doing. And at one point, yeah, I'm not even gonna lie, like when Cardi B said, "You just mad because your son's favorite color is five," like, yo, whew, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I was Nicki, at that point we got to go ahead and fight. Like we just gonna go ahead and take it outside and fight. The Lord not gonna be able to defend either one of us. We got to go ahead and fight, and it's gonna end in one of us losing their two front teeth. It's just gonna be a lot. But like, ain't no way you gonna tell me my son's favorite color is five. Like, I'm sorry. Like, as soon as she said that, Nicki, my sister, you should have been stopped talking as soon as, okay, as soon as she said your son's favorite color was five, like, beloved, no. Yo, I'm sorry, like, I have not stopped laughing at that. I have not stopped laughing because what do you mean? What do you mean my son's favorite color is five? There's no way you're saying that and it's like there's no way you're saying that and getting over with it. Absolutely not. But anyways, they were going back and forth, yeah, back and forth, back and forth. This one gonna shoot this one, this one gonna shoot this one. They were just going back and forth the whole, I don't know, like in the span of like a whole weekend or something. They were just like going back and forth. Now, mind you, this is when Cardi B done released her album, and I guess the numbers were doing well. I don't know what upset Nicki Minaj. I don't know how they ended up on this here beef. But y'all, my son, like your son's favorite color is five. Like, no. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Absolutely not. But they went at it, they went at it. And so eventually, why I'm gonna see this and it's gonna say like, oh, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj both issue each other an apology. And I'm like, dang, like that was quick. An apology? They don't ask for forgiveness. They done got their forgive me, Father, for I have sinned on already. Let me go ahead and read the apology. Y'all, the apology was nowhere in the room. The apology was nowhere in the room. I don't know why y'all were claiming that that was an apology. That was yet another list of insults. Like, are we not comprehending? Just because somebody says, I'm sorry for, doesn't mean that the things that they're going to say after that actually means that they're apologizing. Like, there are nuances to the words that are being said. There are contexts. You have to read and actually comprehend what is being said. There was no apology, right? There literally was no apology. And so I'm going to give y'all three things that to me makes an apology that both of them lacked. And I think, Nicki Minaj was the one that started with the apology, at least the way these people are claiming it. And I was sitting over here like, where is the apology? Like, let's just go ahead and, because it wasn't in the post, it wasn't in the tweet. And I'm just gonna like, have we gone dumb as a society? Like, because that was no apology. That was no apology at all. Let's go ahead and read it together because, child, it was a mess, okay? So TMZ gonna go ahead and report and say Nicki Minaj and Cardi B both issue apologies to each other's kids. Let's go ahead and read the apologies. Nicki Minaj gonna say, "Dear culture, truth is I did all of this for a bigger purpose and one day you'll understand." Immediately right there, what is the purpose, beloved? Daughter of Zion, what is the purpose? That is not an apology, because to me an apology does not include a bunch of excuses. Right here, we already started with excuse number one. I had me a bigger purpose for doing this, and one day you're going to understand. So the reason why I done insulted you online for the people of God to see you as a child, the reason why I did that is because I had me a purpose that you're going to understand once you're older. That's an excuse. And an apology not supposed to have no excuse. Let's continue. You're a cute child, and lots of kids have cute little funny looking. You're a cute child, and lots of kids have cute little funny looking gums before they grow into all of their features. This woman is still calling this kid ugly. A lot of kids be ugly with gums like you, beloved. Someday your gums gonna look better, but today that ain't the day. Today is the day that the Lord has made, but today is not the day that's gonna be cute for you with your gums that's gonna look like that, beloved. I'm sorry, your gums is ugly, okay? Someday it might not be, I'm not sure, but today that's not that day, because today, currently in the present, your gums is ugly, culture. Your gums is ugly, beloved. Very ugly. I cannot look at it. Those are gums that only a mother could love. No wonder your mother loved your gums. Everybody else, the rest of the world, we cannot love the gums that look like that. Nicki Minaj might have as well said all of these things. Because what you mean in your apology, you're going to say you're a cute child and lots of kids have cute little funny looking gums. What you mean funny looking gums? In your apology. An apology should not include an insult. That's not even part of my ruling. That's not even part of the three things that I expect to see in an apology, right? But like, an apology should not have any insults. And here goes an insult again. One day you'll see this, so I have to say I apologize. As a child of God and queen of my community who look to me for integrity, you're an innocent child and don't deserve any of this. An apology to me will center the other person and not you, right? Because the paragraph right before this baby just made fun of the little kid's gums again. At your big age, you are still insulting this little kid and her funny looking gums, according to you, Nicki Minaj. But then the statement following after that, look at how she's praising herself. As a child of God, me, I'm a child of God, created in his image. That's why my gums are not funny looking like you, okay? And a queen of my community. I'm a child of God. I'm a queen within my community. You have funny looking gums, okay? Because of how great I am, I'm going to go ahead and apologize. An apology will not center self. The apology will center the person that you offended. But we see her insult the person that she offended the whole time while praising herself. And we are calling this an apology. Like, are we not reading to comprehend? Are we not reading with, like, basic critical thinking skills? Me, I'm a child of God. Okay? I'm a child of God and I'm a queen. You have funny looking gums that someday you might grow out of, or you might not. A lot of kids be ugly like that. But I'm a queen and I'm a child of God. So I apologize. No, no. That is not an apology. Absolutely not. One day your mother, aunt, and many more will be brought to their knees for what they've said and tried to do to my young prophet and beautiful boy. Take care, my darling. This isn't who I am. Again, an apology will not have excuses. Because now, what she's also saying in this little third paragraph is that she did this because of the mother, because of the auntie who were trying to like mess with her. You are bringing up excuses when you should just be apologizing for the fact that you insulted this little child who has never spoken to you, who has never said anything to you, who should not even be coming out of your mouth with insults. That's a child. You are an adult. This is another set of excuses. I did this because one, I had me a purpose, and two, I did this because of your mother. Three, I did this because of your auntie. That's not an apology. And the third thing that I would say for me, an apology shows accountability. This is wrong because of this. It is wrong to insult people. It's wrong to insult children. I genuinely apologize. This was not deserved. Free of excuses without centering yourself. And then you take accountability. You explain, okay, this is what I did that I said that was wrong. Okay? These are the things that I said that was wrong. I said this, I said this, I said this, and all of that was wrong. And for that, I apologize. That to me is an apology. We got a bunch of excuses. We got the centering of self. We got more insults. More insults. But this isn't who I am, so I apologize. No. This is not, is it me? This is not an apology. Under no circumstances is an apology. I don't know why people were claiming this would be an apology. TMZ wasn't the only one. I saw many posts just like labeling it like, oh my gosh, they've apologized to each other. Oh my gosh, Nicki Minaj has apologized. What is Cardi gonna say? And I'm like, I'm reading this and I'm like, that's not an apology. An apology for me, one, it has to be free of excuses. Say the things, I did this, and I did that. Okay? Free of insults. That goes without saying. An apology should not center yourself. You shouldn't be going to somebody to apologize and be like, oh, all these things that happen, me as a person, I tend to do these things. And then for this reason, me, I am this and I am that. No. When you're apologizing, you're apologizing for a wrong, you're focusing the person. You don't deserve this. It's not about me. We heard about how she a child of God, she a queen within her community. We heard all about her and nothing along the lines of what she actually said that was insulting. And then she added more insults. So now let's get into Cardi B's response, which I feel like once Cardi read this, she was like, girl, that ain't no apology. So she even went even more. And I'm just kind of like, we need to stop calling this an apology. This is just a continuation of the beef that they got going on. It's really sad that many people were looking at this and being like, oh my gosh, they apologized to each other's kids. No, they did not. No. Are we reading and thinking at the same? Are we thinking while we're reading? No, we're not. No, this was not an apology at all. And then here go Cardi B. She gonna say, I'm sorry that your mommy haven't cut you a birthday cake for the past 3 days because she can't take my success or happiness. Centering of self. Now we're talking about her success and her happiness. Instead of apologizing for the fact that you done told the world that this baby's favorite color is 5. What? Like, no, you were talking about yourself and your success. And then it's backhanded too on top of that. I'm sorry that your mom, ain't doing what she supposed to do. And no accountability. This because of your mom. You're going through all this because of your mom. Your mom, don't want to see me be successful. Your mom don't want to see me be happy. This is exactly why you're going through that. Again, excuses and centering of self instead of talking about the damn thing that we're supposed to be talking about. She literally matched Nicki Minaj's energy because her apology, same thing. I'm going to talk about myself. I'm going to go ahead and make excuses. I did this because of the purpose. I did this because of your mama. I did this because of your auntie, because they're not bowing down to me. Someday they will, but they're not bowing down to me. A bunch of excuses. And Cardi B met her right there. Again, no apology in sight. Maybe it's under my couch, because it definitely was not on them tweets. One day you're going to grow up, and I hope you understand when a girl says no, it means no, and you can overcome the pedophilia blood you inherited from your grandfather, father, and uncle. More insults. More insults. Okay? It's giving your mama jokes. These are like your daddy jokes. Like, everybody in your family a pedo. Like, come on. Like, it, this is not an apology. This is not like they're insulting each other and using these kids as just like collateral damage almost. Please don't hate me when you grow up because your mommy rather give me more attention than she gives you. Like, your mama don't even like you. Your mama don't even pay. Your mama is more focused on me than she is on you. Okay? I'm sorry, your mama more focused on me than she is on you. Again, where is the apology? I'm not reading it. I'm not reading no y'all. Hopefully when somebody that really cares about her put her in a rehab and get her the help she needs, she come out and read you a book. Like, reason why your favorite color is 5 is because your mama don't be reading you no damn books. But just because they said I'm sorry in front of it, y'all are not even, are we just not reading, or are we just like really failing to comprehend? This was a bunch of insults, okay, centering of herself and her success, and using Nicki Minaj as an excuse or a reason why she had to go ahead and go for her son. Now, I'm not even going to sit over here and go back and forth. I'm like, well, she started it. Nobody should be talking about nobody's kids. Okay, I don't know who said it because I didn't follow through the whole list of like who said what first. Like, no, we are talking about the fact that this is not, none of these were apologies. To me, at least, an apology to me has to be free of excuses. You have to take accountability, and you cannot center yourself in the apology. They're both talking about their successes. They're both talking about this, that, and the third. And they insulting each other again. Your mama gonna go ahead and bow to me. Your sister, your auntie gonna bow to me someday. She gonna come back and be like, hopefully someday you learn the value of consent the way your daddy, grandpa, or uncle never figured out. And I'm just kind of like, again, we are piling up insults. We're piling up jabs. These are not apologies. Comment down below and let me know, because to me, this did not give apology at all. And in another case of people just not apologizing, you have, Burna Boy. And for those of you that are not familiar with Burna Boy, he's a Nigerian Afrobeat artist who has gone, rather global. Like, he's been successful, in the past couple of years. Like, he's always, put out music, but like in the last, I would say maybe 5 years or so, like his notoriety has definitely increased, right? Like his popularity has increased, especially over here in the US, and whatever the case is, like globally, like more people recognize Burna Boy. Nonetheless, so you had him at this, concert in Denver. So you had a fan who essentially fell asleep, and the fan had bought, front row seats, right?
And I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me. It pisses me the fuck off, bro.
Down.
You understand? So please take her the fuck home.
Down.
Fast.
Down.
Take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more song until you take her home. In real life. But you're taking the fucking piss, bro. Wallahi, I'm not doing another song till you go home. Wallahi.
literally kicked off a fan for falling asleep at their concert and refused to perform unless the fan leaves. Now, I will say a lot of y'all be online pretending, but in real life, many of y'all really do not have, the character that y'all pretend to be having online. Because the reality is, if you hear the audio well, people were literally booing off that girl. Why were y'all booing off that girl? She bought the ticket. She could have fallen asleep. She could have been texting. She could have been doing whatever she wanted to do, right? So long as she wasn't like disrupting, like she wasn't violent towards anybody. She wasn't disrupting the show by any means necessary. She didn't like get up and try to like attack him or whatever the case is that would warrant him kicking her off the show, right? She sat there and closed her eyes. She was like, why would y'all side with him for him to literally disrespect a fan, and a fan that actually bought front row seats to your concert? People were in there booing, literally booing for her to get off, and she eventually got off. Now this the part maybe I'm built different because baby, Lord, the way I would have been, like, I paid my money. I ain't caused you no hullabaloo. I ain't caused you no pain. I ain't caused you no drama. I just slept. You gonna try to kick me out so I don't get my money's worth? You gonna try to kick me out? Beloved, I will in fact now sleep on this chair. Hmm? Because then I'm not moving. What do you mean? What do you mean you're gonna kick me off a seat that I don't pay with my money during these tariff times? I would not have gotten up. I'm sorry. Like, you would have had to lift me up. You would have had to have security lift me up and pull me outside. And at which point, then I would have sued. Which I do hope the girl sues. I do hope the girl gets her money back, because at that point, to me, I would have sat down. You're gonna have to lift me up and get me up out of there. And at which point, now I'm gonna see you in court. Because that's the only next stop that we're gonna have. I'm gonna have to see you in court. What do you mean? What do you mean? And the whole audience booing her, shame on y'all. Because once the video went online, then you had people be like, well, I was there and I didn't boo. Why y'all be lying? Why y'all be lying? And then there was a video of him talking about this whole incident, and this is what he had to say.
Based on me, I know this. I do for they see me come out of my class. For fast we get money this period. I call Gaza.
He don't give a damn about no broke fan. Okay. Pride comes before the fall. The people of God always say, pride comes before the fall. And at this rate, all right, you lost one fan. But because of this, you're going to lose a few more. You're going to lose a few more, a few thousand more, a few 2,000 more. And you keep this up, you're going to continue. One day, you're not going to be this big giant. They call him the giant of Africa. One day you're not going to be that. Because what did they do to Goliath? Did Goliath not fall? Was he not a giant himself? Did he not fall? One day it will happen. And so the more people kept talking about it online, dragging him left, right, and center, this man gonna release an apology. And I'm like, again, where is the apology? Where is the apology? Let's read it together. Maybe y'all gonna find the apology. I didn't see it. I did not see no apology, but let's read it together. It's gonna say, Burna Boy breaks his silence on IG story amid criticism and apologizes to fans. I sincerely apologize if I'm wrong. Pause. If you don't think you're wrong, don't apologize. Because again, to me, an apology means you're taking accountability. The minute you say if, it means you do not believe you were wrong, and so you're not taking accountability for whatever it is that you're about to apologize for. Don't apologize. What do you mean if you're wrong? If you don't think you're wrong, don't apologize. Because the minute you say if, you lose the accountability. To me, at least. To me, at least, you do. I'm not always right, but I feel right about this. I apologize if I'm wrong. Okay? I don't be right all the time, but right here, I'm actually right. So why are you apologizing if you're not going to take accountability for what happened? Why are you apologizing? This is not an apology. Anyway, I'm just human. So fuck me. And whoever made this post gonna say Burna Boy breaks his silence on IG story and apologizes to fans. Where is the apology? I sincerely apologize if I'm wrong. I'm not always right, but I feel right about this. Anyways, I'm just human, so fuck me. Where is the apology? Like, where is the apology? No, I'm not even gonna ask if it's me. It's not me. This is not an apology. You're not taking accountability. You don't even think there's anything you should be accountable for. So why apologize? You're a giant of Africa. Stand tall now. Stand tall. Stand tall. Stand tall. You don't need no broke fence, you said. Stand tall. Stand tall. Let's see the reach continue to. Let's see the reach that's gonna make it to your concert. Because let's keep it a bug. The people that be keeping a lot of these artists alive, the people that actually be keeping a lot of these artists, okay, the people that be keeping y'all, with money in your pocket, the people that actually be funding a lot of your lifestyles, it don't be the filthy rich. It be the average person. Okay, it be the average person with their hard-earned money. It be the average person that's gonna save up. Like, you know what? I don't work so hard. Let me go ahead and treat myself to a little 1 2 1 3. You know what? I don't work so hard. Let me go ahead and just like save up. Get me some front row seats. It be the average person that be filling up the audience. It be the average person. You know, Bill Gates is not at your whatchamacallit. He's not at your concert. The 1%, like they're not at your concert, beloved. It's the rest of us. You are rich because enough broke fans done gather the little bit that they have to find a little joy in the music that you put out and see in real life and see in real time. Those are the people that be feeding y'all. Those are the people that be actually making the rich be rich. It be the average person. It be the average person. So if you don't feel like you were wrong, why say this? But that wasn't all. He continues. I understand the agenda against me and I came to terms with it a long time ago, so my skin is bulletproof at this point. I'm going to make it about myself. My skin is bulletproof. Y'all are just haters. It's a lot of people hating on me. There's an agenda against me. Okay? Never mind you that you just kicked off somebody, which, by the way, people sleep for all sorts of reasons. The lady could have been tired. The lady could have been drunk. Because it's like, I know for me at least, if I'm going to a concert, I might pre-game before I leave the house. If maybe I'm going to like a festival, whatever the case is, I might get a little drink or two. Some people, like, you might want to, smoke a little banger on the side. Like, people do all sorts of things before they step outside the house, on those nights out. Like, people do all sorts of things at the venue. Maybe she got herself a drink. She could have been sleeping for whatever the reason. I don't know why the girl was sleeping. I'm not sure. But she could have been sleeping for whatever the reason. She could have been tired. You'd never know. But for your first reaction to be anger, and I'm just kind of like, why? There wasn't even a curiosity of like, okay, what's going on with this woman? Is she drunk? Is she okay? Why was the first response anger? But it's an agenda against you. I wasn't going to address this, but if you make the pilot uncomfortable in a plane you bought a ticket for, you will be deported or arrested as soon as you land. You pay school fees, but you will be kicked out of class if you make it uncomfortable for the teacher to do his job. I'm going to pause right here. You just compared yourself to a pilot with somebody disrupting a flight. How did her sleeping affect your performance? How exactly did somebody, how did that affect your performance? Because if anything, I'm thinking like, okay, she fell asleep. Maybe when the next song comes on and everybody is hyped, that's going to be like, oh, shoot, like, let me get up and get into it as well. How did her sleeping affect your vocal cords? How did it affect the lighting? How did it affect the instrumentals? How did it affect, the stage, you know what I'm saying? Like the stage setup. How did it affect all that? How did it affect your safety? Because if somebody is disrupting in a plane, I'm guessing maybe they refuse to sit down or put their seat belt and delaying everybody, or maybe they're refusing to, I don't know, cooperate, or whatever the case is, that's actually endangering the pilot and everybody else. The girl slept with her own eyes. She didn't ask you to come sit next to her and sleep next to her. She slept her own eyes. She closed them like this. How did that affect you? If a student is being disruptive in a class, they're fighting other students or whatever the case is, and they get kicked out of the school, they actually caused disruption that didn't allow other people to actually go ahead and learn. How did her closing her own eyes? You have the mic, you have the instrument, you had all those things. It's not like as she was sleeping, if maybe she was snoring, like the snoring was loud enough that you couldn't perform. No. This is all ego based. Ego based. And the second part of this, your little apology, a bunch of excuses. Well, pilots do it. Well, teachers in the schools, they kick people out. Why can't I? You took no accountability. You're making a bunch of excuses, making it about you and all the haters that you have and the agenda that they have against you. No, at your big age, beloved. And people are calling this an apology. How? Just because somebody says, I apologize, doesn't mean they're apologizing. Like context clues. Like context, like, does that not matter to y'all? No? My shows have people who have beaten cancer or overcame something very serious, etc. And none of them have ever slept. LOL. So now it's funny. I leave my soul on every stage I get on, even if it's only 10 people in attendance, and I will gladly be canceled if we are now in a world where you can treat me like a stripper, slap my ass, and tell me to keep dancing because you throw 100 at me. What? How? What? Burna Boy, are you slow? Like, where did you get stripper out of this? Where did you get what? Your head is that big now. What? By the way, I was joking around with my band about something else, not necessarily this situation, and y'all have spun it as usual, saying Burna Boy doesn't love his fans. If you hate me so much, if you hate me so much, either kill me or leave me alone. I'm fighting my own battles, and I never come out here to look for pity or help. I love who loves me and respect who respects me. Free Sudan, free Congo. Oh my gosh. my gosh. I love Who Loves Me. That fan loves you enough. That fan loves you enough that she spent her hard earned money. And she was there with like her boyfriend or something, front row seats. And this is how you treated her. What does Sudan and Congo and Nigeria have anything to do with anything? Now we just gonna try to what, pivot the attention away instead of us to just like acknowledge, like, you know what, I was annoyed. It hurt my feelings that somebody would sleep at my show. It made me feel as though they think I'm a bad performer. It made me feel like, okay, I'm not putting on a good enough of a performance. It made me feel as though I'm not putting a good enough of a performance that they were bored to sleep. That hurt my feelings. That actually hurt my feelings, and I lashed out. I lashed out as a result. That fan did not deserve that. Because that's the real issue right here. It ain't got nothing to do with the haters. It ain't got nothing to do with an agenda against you. It ain't got nothing to do with people hating on you. It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's your ego. It's your ego. It's your, as a performer, it's your ego. You feel like they sleeping, like, am I not doing a good enough of a job? Like that hurt your feelings that they were sleeping. Yes. But they didn't disrupt the show. They didn't, they didn't make you, they didn't mistreat you, make you feel like, oh, well, you a stripper that you could just like, that they could just throw $100 in. No, none of that happened. It hurt your feelings, which, by the way, the girl could have been sleeping for whatever the reason. That ain't had nothing to do with you, Burna Boy. Absolutely none. But you inserted yourself in that moment. You acted out of anger and then try to penalize the other audience members. Like, you're not going to perform unless she leaves. No. But here go free Sudan, free Congo, free Nigeria. I mean, free all those places. But what does that have to do with accountability? This is not an apology. Nah, none at all. But we're going to call it that. Why? Because somebody says they apologize. Like, critical thinking skills, we need to go back to teaching it. We need to. Either that or y'all just like so committed to never calling out some of your faves. This is embarrassing because this was not an apology at all. Comment down below and let me know. Already, y'all, that's it on me. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did this feel like an apology to y'all? Maybe I'm strict. I do not accept apologies that have like if, but also that. No. I'm sorry that I did this and it hurt you. Period. I'm taking accountability. Moving forward, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do this, that, and the third. Like a plan of action. Like, it's a different level for me. And it's just kind of like, this is showing to me that we are almost like in a crisis. We're in a thinking crisis. A lot of us are not we're not comprehending like critical thinking skills. We're losing it. Either that or we're just not reading. Because if you read this and you thought this was an apology, baby, you do not, you have comprehension issues. You really do. You really do. But comment down below and let me know if I'm missing something. Because again, none of this felt like an apology to me. But comment down below and let me know. If you haven't yet, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell so that you always know when I upload. And like always, I'm going to go ahead and see you guys on the next one. Bye, Z's.